Hello. Hey, welcome to Live at MRVTV, everybody. We are live on channel 44, right, Chris? And yeah, we're live. We usually do, this happens the fourth or the last Thursday of every month. This is the first time we've ever done we got something special. It's a comedy show for you guys tonight. Yeah, so thank you guys for all coming out. My name's Jeremy. I'm the production manager here at MRVTV. And we have we got a great lineup of comedians for you tonight. We have people from all over Vermont representing Burlington, Winooski, Waterbury, and Warren tonight. So we got a really great show. And yeah, let's give it up for yourselves for coming out. Let's give it up for yourselves Thursday night. And let's also give it up for Christopher on the ones and twos over here. I don't think they're technically ones and twos. I think they're actually threes and fours. I don't know. He's on the board over there. He's our executive director. And yeah, we're going to have a great show for you tonight, and I'm going to first introduce coming to the stage right now. It's me, Jeremy. Hey. Wow. Hey, what's going on? Oh my God, this is so exciting. This is so weird to see everyone. This is where I work every day, and now I'm doing this. I have a doppelganger behind me. Oh my God, I hope it doesn't confuse. Is it confusing to you? It's kind of cool, right? One person's like, I don't see any. They've had a few beers. They don't see any difference. Yeah, that's me behind you. If you don't like what you see right here, you can look on the TV, and hopefully that will be a little bit better. Yeah, my name's Jeremy. What can I say? I'm an adult male between the ages of 19 and a half and 40, guys. I'm 40. I'm actually 44, but that's an old joke. I didn't want to change it. I'm 44. I used to have a beard as of this morning, and I decided I'm going to shave my face for the first time in 5 years. And I don't recognize. I wanted to see what the bottom half of my face looked like, and I don't know. I didn't like what I saw. I don't recognize myself. I feel like I'm on a blind date with myself right now, and there's no escape. I can't leave. But it's okay. I'm gonna get used to it. Are you guys okay with my face? Is it okay to look at? Let's hear the yay. All in favor say yay. Yay. All opposed? Damn. Somebody did both. I heard somebody said yay and nay. That's not fair. You only get one vote. Yeah, I'm an old dude. A couple months ago, I went to my 25th high school reunion, and everyone had changed. Like, the hot people got ugly, the ugly people got hot. Everyone got herpes. I don't know. It was bad. Like, I saw my prom date there, and she was pregnant. My prom date from senior year. She was pregnant. I walked up to her. I was like, "Is it mine?" She's like, "No, we haven't seen each other in 25 years, Jeremy. Also, we never had sex." I said, "Keep it down, Maria." Today, to prepare for this, I went birding, guys. Went birding. Any birders? Where are the birders at? Any birders in the audience? No. We're in Vermont. There's no birders. That's okay. Birding's a lot like stand-up, I think. Like, you're standing out there. Nobody wants you there. You're just trying your best not to get shat on. It's weird though. It's weird that we do this, that we like just watch other animals try to live their lives. Like, we're just like, don't mind me. Just keep on going about your business of trying to survive. I'll just be watching you from my kitchen in my bathrobe. Oh yeah, I'm a lazy birder. I don't really go out in the wild. I wait for them to come to me. That's the way I like to do my birding, guys. I think birding's a lot like stalking. You watch for as long as you can without getting caught, and once you do, you take a picture and walk away. Like, that's what birding is. I'm also a cat lover. I'm a cat dad. Are there any cat people? I don't care. I'm a cat dad. It's hard. It's a conflict of interest, though, to love birds and cats, though. You know, it's a little it's a conflict. Like my cat, his name's Linguini. He's a long, skinny black cat. He's outdoors. And I thought I would we put a bell on his collar to alert the birds. Like, he likes to hunt birds, so we're like, we gotta put a bell on. But I think that the ding is the last thing that the bird hears. It's just like ding, dinner, is ding, dinner. You know, every time a bell rings, a bird loses its wings. It's a wonderful life, guys. It's a short, wonderful life. Linguini, he's a cute cat. He also likes to, he eats birds, but he also eats grass. He likes grass, but he can't digest it. So sometimes he'll walk around with like a blade of grass sticking out of his butthole. And he looks like a stick of dynamite sometimes. Long, skinny cat, okay. Wow, this is great. Well, let's talk to the audience real quick. We got the musicians in the front row, John and Victoria. Nice to see you guys. How's the music going? Awesome. Oh my God. Okay, great. Give it up for John and Victoria. Speaking of farmers markets, I'm also a dad of an actual kid, guys. I got a human baby. She's 1.5. Her name is Frankie. She's really cute. It's short for Franklin County, Vermont. She's a great little girl. She just started talking, and it's been really great. She really loves my wife, who she calls Mama. And she loves me too, but not as much. She calls me the guy who lives with Mama. She's nice though. Our farts smell identical, which is really, it's great because that's how I know I'm the father. You know, I think that's how they should do paternity tests. Actually, just match up the fart with the dad. Guys, you guys are. Hey, did you hear about the chicken that wouldn't be in the movie Con Air? You know why? He was Nicolas Cage free. Hey, what do you think, guys? That was for the Richard Bowen fans in the audience. Big ups to Richard Bowen if he's watching. I was a little scared of being a dad. I'm an old new dad. I was like 43 and my biological clock started to tick. I realized I only had like 30 more years in which to impregnate someone. That's a messed up capability, but we won't go into that. So I became a dad. I was scared though because I didn't have the bet. It was hard with me and my parents growing up. I remember when I was younger, it got so bad. I ran away from home. I was 28, but still, it was bad. I was like, goodbye, I'm out of here. The weird part is they were not angry at all. They did not try to get me to come home. Hey, you guys ready to get this show kicked off and get me off the stage and somebody else up here? It's a Thursday night. It's June 26th. We're in the Mad River Valley. I want to bring up you guys ready for the first comic to come up on stage? Let's hear, all right. She is coming all the way from Burlington, Vermont. She hosts a show at Lincoln's in Burlington. Please give it up for a good friend of mine, Julia Colasanti.
I'm shorter than I look. Okay, I'm going to start off with a song. Is that cool? Okay. So do any of you know who Vince McMahon is? Yeah, Vince McMahon, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he used to own WWE wrestling. He even wrestled for a while. He won the belt once. He even took out The Rock with his own move. You remember that? And new to his resume, he was sex trafficking at work. What a horrible thing. Yeah, gets worse. One of the things that he did was during a sex act with his coworker, he pooped on her. Horrible, horrible, so bad. Why am I telling you these things? So when these horrible things happen, like when men do these horrible things, I often am like, how can they rationalize that in their head? So I tried to get into his head to see how he was able to do something like this. So this is a song from the perspective of Vince McMahon. I took that man and I pinned him down. I climbed the ropes and I jumped around. And I finished The Rock with the people's elbow. But there's something you don't know. Ooh, even with my wrestling fame, it wasn't enough when they all cheered my name, 'cause I've got me a freaky urge inside, so all of my female coworkers better hide. Well, I've been afraid of asking, so I've got a surprise for you. 'Cause this belt makes me bolder, just don't mind the odor, 'cause I'm gonna poop on you. Yes, I'm gonna poop on you. Got caught, won't do it again. It didn't even feel that good in the end. Now I see my reflection and it don't look the same, 'cause now there's a new reason people know my name. Oh, now you think I'm a sicko, but my lawyer says I isn't. I just like wearing Speedos and I spray tan like Cheetos, so please don't send me to prison. What do you guys think? 'Cause I think we should send him to prison. Everybody now! Oh, I think we should send him to prison. That was beautiful. Thank you, you guys. Okay, what's up? My name is Julia Colasanti. I'm Italian. I'm half Italian. Is anyone else Italian? Yeah. Oh, wow, everybody. Welcome to the Italian American Club. How many fishes did you guys have at Christmas? 7? You had all 7? That rules. If you guys don't know, at Christmas, Italians, they do this thing called the Feast of the 7 Fishes, which is where me and my 6 cousins finally find someone to go down on us. It's very exciting. I am half Italian, which means my dad is 100% Italian, which means my grandma is off the boat Italian, which means I'm always yelling all the time. And when I'm not yelling, I'm eating, right? And when I'm not yelling or eating, I'm probably dead. So come check on me. My mom's not Italian at all, but we're not allowed to talk about that in front of Grandma, you know? Once she found out her son was dating a non-Italian woman, she immediately started setting him up with his own cousins, you know? Desperate times those days. And my grandma, she speaks Italian. So when I was growing up, I always thought it was cool to go over there with like phrases and swears, and she would translate them for me in Italian, which I always thought was cool. But then as I got older, I was like, is she actually translating them in Italian, or is she just saying the same word with like a thick Italian accent? Yeah, which that would be crazy. It'd be crazy to fake knowing a language, but she does a lot of crazy stuff, you know. Like one time, she pressed her life alert button 13 times because she ran out of prosciutto. Yeah, we asked her, we're like, why didn't you just call one of us? And she was like, oh, the firemen that come here faster. Yeah, she says a lot of crazy stuff too. Like one time she told me, she said, Julia, your boobs are looking like 2 fried eggs. Yeah, I don't really know how you guys found out you were going through puberty, but that's how I figured it out. Yeah, and you know, it wouldn't be crazy if she like forgot how to speak Italian, right? Because when she came over here to America, she was like 11, and at this point she's like 95 years old. So her saying she can speak Italian is like a piece of cheese saying it can still speak milk, you know what I mean? So one day I was like, okay, I'm gonna test her. I'm gonna see if she's actually speaking Italian or if she's just saying it with an accent. So I went over her house and I'm like, hey grandma, how do you say the word creative in Italian? And she just said, oh, creative. She duped me my whole life. At first I was so mad, but then I was like, soldier on, grandma, your secret's safe with me, you know? Because at that point, she kind of just taught me how to speak passingly fluent Italian, right? So as they say in the old country, go grandma. Anyway, she stopped yelling and eating a few years ago, meaning she died. And the other day I was making breakfast thinking about this story. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look up how you actually say the word creative in Italian. And I Googled it. And would you believe that she was right? It is just creative. And then I started thinking to myself, I'm like, what other stuff did she say that I should have taken more seriously? And that's when I looked down and realized my nipples are the exact circumference of a fried egg yolk. I also grew up Catholic. Did anyone else grow up sleeping in pews? Yeah, where my rosary head's at. Yeah, that's good. I love asking that question because if you grew up Catholic, you feel guilty if you like don't clap, but you also feel like kind of guilty if you do. And that's like the whole religion right there. I still consider myself Catholic even though I don't really go to temple as much anymore. But Catholicism, all about the Bible, which I've never read it because someone ruined the ending. He dies at the end. But I do think some of the stories are fun. Like I love the Virgin Mary story. Oh my God. I just feel like I empathize with her, you know? Because like if I got pregnant as a teen, like she did, I would also be that dramatic about it, right? Like, oh God, write a book about me. No room at the inn? Fine, I'll just give birth in a dirty barn stall. It's like, come on, Mary, just have your baby in the bathroom of a Cumberland Farms like the rest of us. I had a pregnancy scare recently, but only because I'm so dramatic. I went dress shopping, and nothing fit me. So I took a pregnancy test. Yeah, I wasn't even getting laid. I know I wasn't getting laid because it was like the same time I went to my lady doctor, and she was like, are you sexually active? And I had to be like, yeah, but like not right now. And she said, oh girl, I feel that. And then we shared like this lonely laugh. And that is the true definition of dry humor, if you know what I mean. All right, I've enjoyed it. You guys have been great. Keep it going for Jeremy. There you go.
One more time for Julia, everybody. Always hitting us with that dry humor. You guys ready for your next comic? She lives in Warren, and I've known her for years. She used to do comedy all the time in Burlington. She was a semifinalist at the Vermont Funniest Comedian competition. Please give a warm welcome for Taylor Radke.
All right, thank you, Jeremy Rayburn. Jeremy, thank you so much for hosting tonight. You are just a peach. It's good to see you. I wish I wasn't seeing all of you. Nice chin, though. Okay. Oh, man, getting back in the saddle. Y'all, I haven't done this in a long time, so really appreciate y'all coming out. I've gotten to meet a fair number of folks since I moved here to the Valley last fall, but y'all are about to get to know me quite a bit better. For better or for maybe horribly worse. I'm sorry in advance. A couple of fun facts about me. I am, give or take, approximately 72 to 73% gay. Yeah. It's not an exact science, mostly because I made it up, as are about 86% of all statistics in general. So we can all take that to heart. To be honest, I actually had no idea that I was even a little bit gay until I moved out here from Milwaukee, Wisconsin to go to UVM. Yeah, there was something about playing women's rugby in college. That was a factor, but I really think more than anything, I think y'all Vermonters, I think y'all lace all your weed with this kind of type of weird queer pixie dust that just, entices women to play sports in college. It's almost like y'all were asking for it. And I remember, I'll never forget when I, was really committed to my first partner ever, best friend, teammate, term, you know how it goes. I called my mom back on the phone in Wisconsin to come out to her, and I remember being so nervous and so tentative, right? I'm talking in circles, and I'm getting to the point, people not parts, yada the heck yada, TV. And when I finally tell her that I have a girlfriend for the first time, she kind of pauses, and she goes, "Well, honey, I gotta say, I'm not completely surprised." Sounds like that bitch knew all along. It's like, she knew, my Sunday school teacher probably knew, a heads up would have been nice. I've always dressed like this. A heads up would have been nice, okay? Let's see, what are we doing here? Yeah, that's just a little alternative fact from our alternative lifestyle. But I also remembered, right around this time, I was really, really close to my advisor in undergrad, the great late Robert Gordon. Silly little white stoner from Namibia, actually. And I'm sitting in his office, we're having office talk, and I give him the same spiel. I'm just kind of confiding in this man. And his response to me, this is actually a completely true story. He says, yes, Taylor. Well, I must say, good for you. My wife was also a sexual omnivore. And how do I know this? Because Margaret Mead was indeed herself a sexual omnivore. Okay, that's an anthro joke. It's kind of a deep cut. Margaret Mead is a really famous anthropologist, discovered Papua New Guinea. Read a book, y'all, okay? And I found myself thinking, sexual omnivore. That's a really great way to describe it, as we all try to, plug each other into different boxes and labels in order to make ourselves feel better about whatever the hell kind of identity we're carrying with these days. Mostly I was just really hungry for a snack. But yeah, I really, again, had no idea until I started playing rugby in college, and that kind of morphed into this entire this entire alternative lifestyle that forced me to reflect on my youth and the coming of age. young kids, birds and the bees for the first time, really just kind of figuring it out, a little heavy petting here and there, right? And this is where I tell you guys all about my first blowjob. I know, overshare, baby's first Hummer. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I know it's not super wholesome, but that's not who I am. All right. So picture this. I want you to take a journey with me. You're in your best friend's basement. There's a little side room off in the corner, like a little cellar type, right? Cement floor. There's just shelves of canned goods and old TP. So it's like romantic as shit, right? This is absolutely where you think the magic's gonna happen. And so I'm getting it done, right? And it's awkward because we're all just young and flailing, and the rhythm happens, right? The momentum starts building, and then all of a sudden, there's that moment, right? That one little moment where that he's about to pop. It was more than a feeling, it was a sensation because of a weird noise. And in that moment, my athleticism kicked in. Right as he blew his load, I hopped up on my feet and caught that greasy pile of shit right in the middle of my palm. Like a fucking cum ninja. This is not the crowd for these jokes, I'll tell you what. Thanks for coming, though, folks. I'll tell you what. Nice people, nice people. Anyone here ever had a fistful of jizz before? All right, that's a positive affirmation right there. A couple liars by omission, but that's fine. Don't worry, no judgments here. There's something actually. It was something like beautiful and empowering about having just a palm full of seed, right? Because in that moment, not only that I did that, in that moment, yes, that's not his cum anymore. That's my cum. That shit belongs to me now, all right? And I'm taking it with me right over to the nearest sink because how gross is that? Thank you for bearing with me. You guys are great. Thank you. I'm not done yet, but thank you. I really appreciate it. We're I don't know. Dicks are weird, man. Dicks are so weird. I feel like I kind of, and I like them just fine. I don't want to look it right in the eye, Like I feel like I kind of look at dicks sort of the way that like I would look at Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It's kind of all like slimy and writhing, kind of just like looking up at you all wide-eyed and hopeful. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. I don't know. You just gotta choke it down and get it over with, just so it just to stop that blank stare, that blank one-eyed stare. You gotta just get rid of it. Right? Let's see here. What else we got? This is fun. I haven't done this in years, you guys. This feels really good. This is so fun. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you do it again. MRTV's really bringing it home, all right? I guess I'll leave you guys with this, just as a little other uncomfortable nugget to you can just marinate in for the rest of your evening here. A good friend of mine was telling me about a terrible first date she had. Anyone here ever have a first date that starts really great and then goes horribly wrong at the very end? Round of applause if you've ever had a first date that was really great and then it's really horribly, right? It's relatable. So my friend, she goes on this date, and they had been chatting on a dating app for a while. And that the flirtation was there. They met up. She looked good. He knew that he looked good. And the chemistry was right there, instantly. It was kismet, right? They go to this fancy Italian restaurant, split a bottle of Chianti. They get oysters. It's romantic. And they both kind of know that that this feeling is right, this feeling is real, and this is going to maybe actually possibly go somewhere. So, they finish up a little tiramisu, a little port wine, and a little digestif. And he says, hey, maybe want to come back to my place for a nightcap. Of course she obliges, and they both know where this is going. They both know what's about to happen. So they get back there, he lights a candle. They sit down on the couch. They waffle about maybe turning on a movie. They know they're not going to watch a movie. He leans in for the first kiss, and next thing you know, they're all over each other like a couple of teenagers again. They start going at it right there in the living room. They don't even make it to the bedroom. They rip each other's clothes off, and he starts going down on her right there in the living room. The momentum is building, and she's getting into it. The sounds are happening. And right about 2 minutes in, right as it starts to really get hot and heavy, all of a sudden she sits up, she says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't do this. And poor fella downstairs, like, what? I'm so sorry, did something happen? I thought we were having a good time. Is something wrong? Did I do anything? Just kidding, he did that. And she says, well, messed up the joke. So, he's the one that pops up. He can't do it. She's like, what the hell, you're already there. And he goes, I gotta be honest with you. Your tits are too small, and your pussy tastes like shit. She goes, get off my back. All right, you guys, I'm Taylor Radke. Thank you so much for coming, bearing with me.
Give it up for Taylor, everybody. We just got a call from Governor Scott. We are officially defunded now. No more money coming to our channel, and it is off the air now, so it's just you guys watching, okay? You guys ready for the next comedian? He hails from Waterbury, Vermont, weighing between the weight of 160 and 102,000 pounds. He does comedy all over Vermont, New England, New York. Give it up for Bobby Pelligrino.
Hey, what's going on, Waitsfield? How are you guys? Oh my God, is this exciting or what? Live comedy on TV. We just had Taylor. She'd give it up for Taylor. First time in a long time. That's so exciting. When she was holding the stuff in her hand, though, all I could think of was like that song, she's got the whole world in her hand. She's got everybody. Oh, she's got the whole world in her. Don't clap though, because that'll be disgusting, right? All over me. All over me. This is exciting. This is not the first time I've been on TV. It is the first time I've been on TV since the trial. I was arrested. I'm not going to say what for, but it rhymes with rugs. Lots of rugs. So I am Bobby. You guys can call me Robert, okay? I don't know you yet. I'm not sure if we're on that kind of a familiar basis. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a little nervous. I'm talking a lot. I'm talking very quickly. But I've been just thinking about life, right? Like, life's ridiculous. Would you guys agree? Yeah, I know. It's like I look this handsome. I invented handsome comedy. When I'm single, I'm 39. I just moved into an Airbnb. I'm from New York. I sell towels for a living, I did not make it in New York. Obviously, I did not make it there. That's what happens when you don't make it there. They make you move to a small town in Vermont and sell towels. That's my punishment. That's my curse, and it's just been hard. So I've been just thinking about things, and this is the story of my mustache, essentially. This is, guys, I know I look good, but I don't want to surprise you. This is just a crisis mustache, okay? This is just male bangs, you know what I'm talking about, ladies? This is just This mustache saved my life. Before this mustache, I just looked like a man that's cried at McDonald's before. Thank you very much. I wrote that recently crying at a McDonald's. You know, and as good as I look, it's frustrating too, because I was going for Smokey and the Bandit. But I just seem to have pulled off Hurt Reynolds. You know, I look like Magnum P.I. if he had the kids every other weekend. That's what's going on. I look like a saddie, not a daddy. But I'm figuring out I'm depressed. Guys, anybody else dealing with depression? All right, all the comedians, obviously. Our only way to feel better is to make you guys happy. But I'm about as depressed as a small town with a Dollar General. You know that level of depression? Like, I am full of way too much Mountain Dew right now, everybody. That's why I'm talking so fast. I'm just saying, emotionally right now, I feel like Williamstown, Vermont. That's keeping it hyper-local, everybody, yeah. On the inside, I'm Billtown. Isn't that depressing, you know? But I got a lot to be. I got a lot of things I'm figuring out. You know, I just got out of my second engagement. I've been engaged twice, never married before. You know, it's very hard to figure out you're the one man where divorce would be a successful outcome. That's kind of tough, you know? So I started going to therapy. You know, I went to therapy. I got a diagnosis. I got diagnosed as a pretty messed up guy, you know? It's during ketamine therapy. It's where I do ketamine with this guy down by the lake. He said, Bobby, you're a pretty messed up dude, you know? There's usually an F word in that joke. And, oh, I just derailed myself explaining my own joke. What a moron, Jeremy. Who books this show, Jeremy?
I'll let it slide.
Anyway, so I did go to therapy. I'm going to therapy for being avoidant. It's not my fault. I'm a man. Okay, like I have a father. He taught me how to be a man, so that's part of the problem. But, you know, like when you're a man, sir, right? Like, did your father ever sit you down? Did he have the conversation with you? He didn't have the conversation, right? They don't have the conversation. No father goes, son, get over here. It's you're about 13 years old. It's time. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to ask you some questions first, though, son. Tell me, what do you know about attachment styles? What do you know about good communication? No, that doesn't happen in the world of men. So I figured out, you know, I've been avoidant. I'm too nice, then I'm an asshole. So I went to therapy. I got this therapist. He specializes in helping people with this thing. And you know, I don't think it's working. You know, because I stopped going like 4 weeks ago. I didn't even tell the guy. I was just avoiding that conversation. So part of the way, how do you guys deal with stress? You guys just, you know, there we get Lawson's finest. The whole town is just there. That's like your medical center over there. That's the Howard Center of the Mad River Valley. Yeah, so I don't even, oh my God. I deal with stress. I got into ASMR videos. You guys know these videos? Yeah, these really like soothing, relaxing whisper videos. I don't watch them. They're terrible. I make my own. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Sleep with Bobby P, okay? You guys can subscribe. I have about 13 subscribers right now. I do some of my ASMR for you all gratis, okay? This one is called Hair Salon. I'm playing with your hair right now. I'm running my fingers through your hair. It's just that for 10 minutes. I'll just cut it short so I can keep going. I'm having a public midlife crisis right now, okay? That's partly because of work, what I do for a living, guys. I work for Big Towel. I sell towels at Big Towel. It's kind of a big deal. I don't want to brag. You know, but it's serious business. I know my mom thinks I'm a cabana boy. I gotta be like, Mom, I'm a towel man, okay? Calm down, Mom. You know, so I work for this industrial laundry. We got an HR department. We're not local towel. And, you know, so the other day we had safety and sensitivity training. The first video was how you gotta be careful when you're handling the towels and bed sheets from a hospital, because you could get stuck with a needle or exposed to bodily fluids, which could cause you to contract hepatitis or AIDS. I said there's 6 more fun ways I'd rather get AIDS. The second video was why I shouldn't have said that. I need the job. I need the towel job. I'm good at it. I am too good at it. They sent me to the beach last year. Yeah. Once a year I get to use a towel. It's exciting, you know? Most of the year I just talk about a towel, right? Yeah, I'm good at it. I mean, you guys want to see me sell a towel? Yeah. All right, everybody. Guys, welcome to Bobby's Towel Show Experience. How many of you have ever been wet? Well, Julia, I've got a surprise for you. It's a towel! Oh my God! Anyway, my dad graduated college at 20. He became a lawyer. I graduated college at 27, recently almost fired from a towel job. 9 years of schooling, my only PhD is a pretty hurt dad, you know? And I have daddy issues. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, right? Pretty obvious. You know, my father, very impressive man. He worked his way. He worked on the railroad after he graduated college at 20 with a bachelor's degree. He worked on the railroad as an electrician, climbing telephone poles. He'd get up there, he'd climb, and then he'd come down. And he had a tough life. You know, he'd come down, and then he'd fight a bunch of real men, and then he'd come home. And there would be me, 5-year-old me, in a blue blazer, no shirt, just being like, Daddy, I want to be professionally silly, Daddy. Can I make people smile, Daddy? That'll mess you up, okay? This one's called Nail Salon. Welcome to my nail salon. You have such cute feet. Bring your little cute feet over here. I'm going to paint your toes a robin's egg blue. What do you think of this relaxing towel on your feet? You know, sometimes I wonder, you know, if my problem in life isn't a low self-image, but maybe my problem in life is an accurate self-image. You guys ever feel... You guys ever feel like that? Like, what do you do about that? Do nothing, you know? Like, I'm single now. I'm single for the first time in my entire adult life. Right? How, are you guys couples? How long have you been married?
36 years.
36 years. Don't you feel like you're institutionalized?
Answer carefully.
I didn't mean in a bad way, you know? Like, I feel like I just got out of prison. I just did 20. I got released for bad behavior, you know? But nothing against her. I loved her, you know, but it just feels like getting out of prison because, you know, 1 minute, you know where your underwear is, you know, where food comes from. You got a roof over your head. Next thing you know, you're out on the street with a box of your stuff and no marketable skills. And now you're out there and you're trying to get hired. And nobody wants to hire you because you've already been in there twice. That's my life. You know, so it's weird. I've entered bachelorhood. I'm figuring it out. My diet's gotten terrible. You know, my grocery store is now a 24-hour rest stop, truck stop. I'm eating Pepperidge Farm to table right now. It's like shopping at Half Foods. I mean, is it even food if it has absolutely no nutrition? Should I just be eating plastic? This is a serious question. Should I just be eating plastic? I'm having a very public midlife crisis right now, guys, you know. I mean, I don't even sell towels, guys. I rent towels for a living. That's my job. Selling towels is what I do to sound cooler. You know, that's like telling people you're from New York when you're from New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey, guys. Which is why I like being around here. Everybody who's a local around here is also from New Jersey. That's cool. I have to get off, I guess. But anyway, whatever. I'm Bobby Pelligrino. Thank you so much. You've all been great. Give it up to the production crew. Give it up to the studio.
No, give it up for Bobby Pelligrino, everybody. He's never been better, guys. We have one last comedian. How's everyone feeling right now? You guys feeling good? We have a final comedian. I just want to say we also tip us, donate to us. There's a little QR code right there, and there's a little tip jar for the comedians afterwards. They came a long way, so help them out and give yourselves. Well, don't give yourselves a round of applause yet. But let's get a slow clap going as I introduce the final comedian. Come on. She is from Winooski, hosts the show at 4 Quarters. Give it up for Maddie McLennon.
Oh, thank you. Unlike Jeremy, I am going to say give it up for yourselves. Because I'm kind. No, seriously, I really mean it. It means so much that you guys come out and support our local art and local TV, right? Yeah. Honestly, it's so cool that we can do this while we still exist on this planet. It's fine. I'm not that scared. All right. No, I mean, I think comedy, I love live comedy. I think it's one of those things, comedy, when you see it live, it's so much better, much more special. Kind of like seeing a sunset or seeing strangers getting in a fight. Yeah, so much better in person, right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You're messy like me, right? Is that, okay, fantastic. I need you in the front row, fantastic, and correct, yeah. No, I am excited to be on TV, be filmed. Yeah, I put on lipstick for you guys. I know, right? Fancy. I'm normally like a t-shirt kind of gal, but I put on a lipstick because of, not giving up. And, no, I like lipstick, though. I feel like it instantly makes any outfit much more feminine because it makes it much harder to eat. Food is for boys, his mother would say. Okay. You guys are fun. This is cool. We're having a good time. No, I am kind of newer to Vermont. I moved here a few years ago. I know that makes me a flatlander. Yeah. But I think I'm catching on to you hill people. And what you like. Hill people, right? Flatland. Oh, you're also a flatlander? I'm so sorry. By your beard, I wouldn't have guessed. But that might have been my flatlander self. Yeah. Where are you from? Connecticut. Okay. Yeah. So you just came from like the lame part of the East Coast on up, right? Yeah. I'm from the Midwest. So hate to tell you, real America. No, I don't mean that as an insult. Like, I obviously would rather be here in fake Canada. Thank you. Also, I definitely thought that was my phone because that's a thing I would 100% do. Yeah, so super, no worries, yeah. No, I love it here in Vermont. Yeah, I think I know what you hill people like a little bit. I've been here for a couple years. How about this? You guys like dogs? Are we dog people? Hell yeah, right? The state flag of Vermont should just be a dog kissing a man on the mouth. I would salute that. He would. He's a flatlander. It doesn't count. Yeah. No, I love it. I have a dog. He's a rescue dog. Oh my God, thank you. Stop it. No. I don't say that to tell you how good of a person I am. I say it to apologize for my dog's bad behavior. Because he's 16 years old. Yeah, driving soon. I know, yeah. He's one of those like really aggressive tiny terriers. Have you ever met one of these dogs? Yeah, and it's weird to me. Whenever I walk him outside, people misgender him. People think he's a girl off the bat all the time. And I'm not gonna like delve into why, because that's what people in Texas think we're doing up here. But I don't know how people can look at my dog and not see 10 pounds of pure toxic masculinity. Because he's one of those little tiny dogs that's always trying to get in fights with bigger dogs. He is neutered, so technically he is an incel. That one's not his fault. Involuntary celibate for those who aren't chronically online and instead support their local TV networks. Those are the good people. Those are the good people. No more internet jokes for this lady. Yeah, I watch Channel 44 all day. What are you talking about? I work from home. Work, yeah. No, I love my little dog. It's hard, though, him being so, like, toxic masculine sometimes. Every time we get in the car, immediately he puts on Joe Rogan. Kind of tough, kind of lame. Whatever. I love him, though. How about this, Vermonters? You guys smoke a little weed? Anybody smoke a little weed in this crowd? I'm not asking you, I know. Yeah. I heard some delayed woo from over there, so also, you're not lying. Hell yeah, dog. Yeah. I love that we can ask it because it's legal. This is the first place I've ever lived where weed is legal, which is fantastic. Because, yeah, I like smoking a little weed. I think there's something very healing about sitting on the couch and trying to remember what you forgot. It's a good way to spend your time, you know? Yeah. I know you Vermonters, you like it too, because 802 is just double 420. Right? Yeah, when you smoked enough. Yeah, right? Yeah, I've been here long enough. I done that math. Yeah. But having it legal, I think it's the way it should be. It's right, but I don't love going to the weed store, which is a weird thing my 20-year-old self wouldn't believe, you know? Because now it's like a weird chore I have to do after going to Costco. And it used to be like random side quests in my life. Like, I didn't get weed from the weed store growing up. I got it from the Cracker Barrel parking lot. From a man named Torch. And then I would fall in love with Torch and date him on and off for a couple of years. And that's the way you bought weed in the past, right? Yeah. You guys get it? All right, hell yeah, dog. He's actually from Connecticut, so look out for him. Is it you? Okay, no, it's fine. No, I don't know. I like that weed is legal here. Oh, but my favorite law in Vermont, I have to tell you, is the naked law. Are we familiar with the nudity? Does anybody not know the nudity law here? We're all well-versed? Okay, great. All right. Yeah, I see all of you out there all the time. I love that the law is you can leave your house totally naked, and that's fine. That's legal. No one's mad. It's totally cool. But you can't take your clothes off when you're out somewhere. I love that the law is commit to the bit. That is so funny in Vermont, like no notes. I love it. It's concise, it's perfect, I love it. And as a person who moved here, I learned about it as a surprise, which I think was the best way to learn. I was walking out on Church Street one day, got a big surprise. Not that big of a surprise, if we're being honest. Oh. All right, no. It was a brave surprise. Good for him for being out there. Totally naked man. Not totally naked. He had a bandana on. And his phone was strapped to his arm because, you know, no pockets, but... Have you guys seen him? Is he here tonight? All right. I do comedy literally to meet this guy. All right. No, but I love that about Vermont. I love that Vermont is like so weird and like into the quirky stuff. I have identified as quirky since 2012. I don't know if you guys remember, it's a very good year to be a manic pixie nightmare clown. Yeah, blacked out on Four Loko, as was the style at the time. Yeah, it was a good year to be quirky. The thing is, I've been online, I've been on TikTok. I should have been watching local TV, because then I wouldn't have this problem. I've been on TikTok, and I saw that Gen Z, they have a new word for quirky. Are you Gen Z? I don't know, just a young person. You seem young, and it makes me afraid. I'm just kidding, no.
I'm not Gen Z.
Okay, cool, I'm safe. We know they're not watching TV at home, it's fine. But yeah, especially public, no kidding. What else would they be watching, though? TikTok. Well, that's what I learned on TikTok because I've been using it. That Gen Z, they have a new word for quirky, which is what I've called myself. They, instead of saying quirky, they call it undiagnosed. These kids and their slang, you know what? Undiagnosed, come on. Well, they got me. I'm diagnosed now. I have ADHD. I like to call it Lady HD because not just for the boys. Thank you. Yeah. I got diagnosed late. I think partly because I went to Catholic school the whole way through. I know Julia was talking about being Catholic. Did anybody go to Catholic school? Oh, hey, one in the back. Oh, the comedian. Surprise, surprise. What do you call someone who went to Catholic school? An atheist or a comedian, either. Yeah. Not fun at Thanksgiving, I think is the takeaway. No, yeah. Yeah, I went to Catholic school too, and I don't mean to like one up anybody, but I went to all girls Catholic school, so thank you. I know, the sexiest trauma, I know. Where's the camera? Yeah. All girls Catholic school, yeah, it was fine. I don't know. It was weird, if I'm being honest. It was a very like intense Catholic. The name of my school was honestly Divine Savior Holy Angels. We abbreviated it DSHA, so the public school kids, they would call us Dick Sucking Hose of America. It's fine. Yeah. Anyway, we had despite our reputation, we had very bad sex ed. I guess it doesn't mean despite. That was not a good. Yeah, that wasn't a good transition. We had awful sex ed. They didn't teach us anything like practical or, you know, scientific about sex. They just taught us how to play defense. Is that how you do it? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. And they gave us the worst advice, too. They would be like, never talk to a boy. Here's a tiny plaid skirt you have to wear every day. It's for God. He's really into those, I guess. I don't know, yeah. Yeah, no. It's weird because it wasn't that long ago, and they taught us, like, literally that contraception was bad. They taught us that contraception was wrong and evil. They told us specifically not to use condoms, that condoms were evil. Isn't that wild? Condoms are a wonderful thing. They're cheap. They stop babies. They stop AIDS. They come in fun colors. You can make balloon animals. You can bring a fish home from the state fair. Condoms are a wonderful thing. Yeah. But my sex ed was literally a nun scrawling on a blackboard, raw dog or nah dog. You know, just as Jesus said. I got one more joke for you guys. I am married. I'm a married lady. Yes. No, that's not the right. You're supposed to be devastated, all of you. This is devastating news. No, I'm married. I married a guy from a very Italian family. Talking about Italians earlier. Yeah, I come from a very Irish family. Is this relatable? Are there white people in Vermont? I don't know. But we like to make fun of each other about it, being Irish and Italian, because, you know, white on white racism, always funny, always cool. Nobody's mad. Yeah. Like the other night, for example, I said to him, hey, do you want to have pasta for dinner? And he goes, nah, I'm kind of sick of pasta. I don't need to have pasta. And I go, oh, mamma mia. Oh, my baby, he's sick of the pasta. Oh, Maron. Oh, you're going to kiss Tony Soprano with that mouth. Oh. He came right back at me with a really funny joke about me being Irish. He said, I'm worried about your drinking. You guys had so fun. Thank you so much for coming out. Love you all. Thank you. Good night.
Give it up for Maddie McLennon, guys. And I forgot, we're gonna do just a really quick Q&A. I think we only have 3. I think Taylor had to leave, but can all the comics come up real quick for a quick? This is what we do at live at MRVTV. We gotta ask some questions. Make it educational for the kids watching at home.
Oh, no.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You want to be the pointer?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can be a pointer. Oh, is that like a Sesame Street thing or something?
I think it's what dogs
Oh, nice. What? Oh, a pointer, like a dog. Y'all, you guys did so well. Do you have a question? Oh, okay. Oh, the pointer to the for the people in the audience. Okay, yeah, let's do it that way. I don't know what's going on right now. Victoria has a question for a comedian.
Actually, for all of you, how old were you, or when did you come to that, aha, I really want to do stand-up comedy?
I have a good answer. I was 26, and my friend said, hey, I do stand-up comedy. I have this really funny story that I tell. And then he told me the story, and it wasn't very funny. And I was like, oh, I could do that.
I was on the swing set in second grade, and I was spinning around, and I obtained a severe head injury. Ever since that, I wanted to be a comedian.
That sounds like a bit.
It's unfortunately true.
Your funny bone's in your arm, though.
I was 17 and I took a class at the community center with 4 other people, and I was pretty good at it, so I just kept doing it.
I feel bad that I didn't answer that real.
Yeah. You should have answered that real. I could answer that too. I was 29 and I was severely depressed. I hated my job and I needed a creative outlet, so I started taking comedy writing classes. And now I'm so happy. I have a question. Who are your influences or inspirations? People, shows, things? What kind of, either in the past or present? Anyone?
When I first started doing it, I would listen to Mitch Hedberg all the time. And recently, I really like Rosebud Baker. She's cool.
As a kid, grew up old school guys. You know, Rodney, Don Rickles. Carlin is the legend to me. Brilliant man. Never be that good. But I don't know. Today, I took 13 years off from this, and I went through a 13-year period where I couldn't watch a lot of stand-up. So right now, it's kind of fun, like rediscovering people or finding people again. One guy that's a contemporary that I love is kind of obscure, is like Bob Kelly, is very funny. This year at the club locally here, they have a lot of great headliners and stuff coming through. If you guys get a chance, go up there. I saw a comedian this year, Joe Pera. I thought was really, really inspirational. I never saw him before, and just totally inspired me creatively that I can do weird stuff like pretend I have an ASMR channel, you know, so, and not feel ashamed of it publicly.
I grew up watching Homestar Runner. Do you know
What is that?
Homestar Runner?
Homestar. I don't know
No,
that.
it's from internet.
Oh, nice.
Never mind.
Check it out. And Bobby mentioned
20 years too late. Yeah.
20 years. Yeah. What channel was it? Or
It was
what?
his own website. It was
Oh,
when
own
the
website.
internet was more than 3 websites.
Nice. Bobby mentioned the club. That's the Vermont Comedy Club in Burlington. Great place. Got a lot of great, good place for learning to do comedy and seeing amazing national touring comedians. Like, they have everything, stand-up, improv, sketch. Check it out, Vermont Comedy Club. Nathan, Natalie, I hope you see this and ask me to feature.
I changed my mind. Vermont Comedy Club is my favorite too, and Nathan and Natalie are the funniest people I've ever seen. Yeah.
I was gonna say the name, but I wasn't sure if, like, are we sponsored by it?
Oh, right, we can't say that. Uh-oh. We can talk about, Taylor can talk about holding jizz in her hand, but we can't promote businesses. How about, how do you come up with your material? How do you churn out the jokes? What do you do? What's your process?
I usually, when I'm driving alone in the car, I usually just yell things out loud for the duration of the drive. That's a big one for me.
To just yourself?
Yeah, and sometimes if it's good, I'll like record it and then listen to it later. Yeah. I'm a distracted driver, and then, or I'm like a writer, so I like sometimes will just try to like read the news and then like write something about it. But the news is so hard to read, so I don't know.
Yelling in the car, very Italian of Julie.
Yeah.
Just yelling in the car. I have unfortunately been the recorder of my own poor choices. As most of my material in life, I just get inspired by the ridiculousness of life, specifically mine. And also, I love just hanging out with very funny people like this. And when you hang out with people like this, a lot of stuff just comes out naturally in conversation because we're all a bunch of weirdos and we have fun.
Yeah, I have a lot of like funny, weird ideas, and I try them. I write them on my phone, and then I do them at like comedy things and open mics, and a lot of them are not as funny as I thought it was when I was by myself. But then some of them are, and then you like kind of flesh that out. I like to do that when I'm running too, and I don't know, yeah, focus time.
Oh, I write it well when I get high and ride my bike. I come up with a lot of ideas, and then I pull over and I have to like write them down in a little notebook. But they're often not super funny when I perform them, but sometimes they are. And it's kind of nice to just come up with an idea in the shower too. I think because I get totally relaxed and I can like push away all of my like negative thoughts, and then all the like cool creative things come into my head. And so shower too is but as far as car, that's a good place to rehearse for me. I can like talk, I can do my bits in the car. Anyone have any other questions? I have a last one, but I got anyone else? No? I have a final question. Anything you want to like plug, or what's up next for you guys comedically? What's in store for anyone here?
Oh man, there's a show in Jericho on Saturday where there's gonna be a lot of pyrotechnics. I am unsure what it's going to be like, but
It's awesome. I did that one.
really, yeah.
What's it called?
I don't think it has a name. It's called Fire Show. Yeah, I will be in control of fire apparently. And then there's the show Monday. They're starting to do some comedy shows at Higher Ground in Burlington, which is a great venue.
Friday, this upcoming Friday, Champlain Eagles Club. Tomorrow, they asked me to run a show where a portion of the proceeds goes to a charity called Sail Beyond Cancer. So if you guys want to come out, we'll have tickets at the door. I think there's going to be a raffle or something like that. It'll be fun. It's me, 3 other very funny comedians. I'm just going to be emceeing. Also be on the show with Julia, and you could follow my Instagram at Bobby Pelligrino Comedy for more dates and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I run a show in Winooski every first Monday of the month, except we're skipping July. It's at Four Quarters Brewery. Or you can stay up to date on my comedy things at my Instagram as well, Maddie McLennon. It's spelled Maddie, McLennon. Great.
Follow me.
Thanks, Mad Dye. Hey, well, thank you guys so much. One more time for the comedians. Julia, Bobby, and Maddie, and also Taylor, who took off. And thank you guys so much for supporting public access TV, Mad River Valley Television. We do a lot of great things. We got channel 44 and 45. We're on YouTube. You can even watch the beautiful covered bridge that's going on right here. Look at that live stream. It's our most popular video by far. This is doing better than the comedy show right now. It's great. People have been writing in saying, can you trim this tree a little bit? It's blocking the river. And we will if they pay us enough. Speaking of which, please donate to us and the comedians. And thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend and a wonderful summer. And my name's Jeremy Rayburn, and you guys have been great. Thank you so much.